Welcome to TNT Science of Times Reports by Toby Lee Milwee, guys. The 25th of May, 23. It's Thursday, I believe. Yep. Okay. The A10C Thunderbolt 2, guys. Mission. The A10C Thunderbolt 2 is the first Air Force aircraft specially designed for close air support of ground forces. They are simple, effective, and survivable twin-engine jet aircraft that can be used against light maritime attack aircraft and all-ground targets, including tanks and other armored vehicles. Features: the A10C offers excellent maneuverability at low airspeeds and altitude while maintaining a high, accurate weapons delivery platform. They can loiter near battle areas for extended periods of time, are capable of austere landings, and operate under 1,000-foot ceiling, 303 meters, with 1.5 mile, 2.4 kilometers visibility additionally. With the capability of carrying precision-guided munitions and unguided munitions, they can employ above. Below, in the weather, their wide combat radius and short takeoff and landing capability permit operations in and out of locations near the front lines. Using night vision goggles, A10C pilots can conduct their missions during the darkness. Okay. Thunderbolt 2s have night vision imaging systems, NVIS, Google-compatible single-seat cockpits forward of their wings, helmet-mounted cueing systems, and a large bubble canopy which provides pilots all-around vision. The pilots are protected by titanium armor that also protects parts of the flight control system. The redundant primary structure sections allow the aircraft to enjoy better survivability during close air support than previous aircraft. The aircraft can survive direct hits from armor-piercing and high-explosive projectiles up to 23 millimeters. That's almost 1 inch, guys. Their self-sealing fuel cells are protected by internal and external foam material systems, back up their redundant hydraulic flight control systems. This permits pilots to fly and land when hydraulic power is lost. Okay. The A10 Thunderbolt 2, affectionately nicknamed the Warhawk, was developed for the United States Air Force by the OEM team from Fairchild Republic, company not a part of Northrop Grumman Corporation. As Aeronautics Systems, Eastern region including Bethpage, New York, and St. Augustine, Florida. Program overview. The A10 Thunderbolt 2, affectionately nicknamed the Warhawk, was developed for the United States. Okay, that's the same stuff. Following in the footsteps of the legendary P-47 Thunderbolt, the OEM team was awarded a study contract in the 1960s, defined requirements for a new close air support aircraft. nudged and survivable to protect combat troops on the ground. This initial study was followed up by a prototype development contract for the AX and a final fly-off competition, resulting in the selection of the A10 Thunderbolt II. Selection of the A10 Thunderbolt II for this mission was based on the dramatic low-altitude maneuverability, lethality, get home safe survivability, and mission compatible maintainability designed into the jet by the OEM team. This design features a titanium bathtub that protects the pilot from injury and dually redundant flight control systems that allow the pilot to fly the aircraft out of enemy range. Despite severe damage such as complete loss of hydraulic capability, these features have been utilized to great effect in both the Desert Storm conflict of the 1990s and in the more recent Enduring Freedom, Iraqi Freedom, and global war on terror engagements. In 1987, the A10 OEM team and all A10 assets were acquired by Grumman Corporation from Fairchild Republic Company and are now part of the Northrop Grumman Aeronautics Systems, presently partnered with Lockheed Martin Systems integration as a member of the A10 Prime team. The OEM team has maintained continuous involvement in the modernization of the jet, integrating the internal navigation system in the 1970s, developing and installing the low-altitude safety and targeting enhancement ground collision avoidance system in the 1980s and the night vision imaging systems in the 1990s, and has demonstrated particular leadership in the planning and analysis required for managing the structural integrity of the airframe through the various changes in flight maneuver spectro, mission, and force structure. The A10 aircraft structural integrity program began with the initial A10 OEM development contract, which the definition of materials and processes, design analysis, component and full-scale testing of data collection and analysis on an aircraft-by-aircraft basis to validate analyses and accurately predict fatigue damage for the optimization of inspection intervals and maximization of aircraft ability not to fall apart. And the A10 OEM team continues to be a key member of the A10 ASIP team, providing load structures analysis, performing full-scale component testing, structural reinforcements, and non-destructive inspection techniques to prevent structural failure. Analyzing manufacturing methods for aircraft improvements and providing overall weapon systems expertise for the support of the warfighter. They said that a lot of people up there, the conspiracy theorists, say these are old shit aircraft and they're going to get rid of them. And they want to. But, here's your specifications. 800-mile range. It's got 130 millimeter GAU 8x8 7-barrel Gatling gun, guys. Up to 16,000 pounds of Mixed ordnance on 8 under wing and 3 under fuselage. MK-82. All right. All right, so this is what they have at Hill Air Force Base. We're trying to see. I don't want to read the same thing over and over, you know what I'm saying? But we just covered one of the bombs he carries, which is quite old. And I asked how many were at the base itself. That's what I'm trying to find out, is how many does Hill Air Force Base have, you know? I'd say it'd be the Thunderbolt, right? Okay, a total of 281 A10 aircraft are in service with the U.S. Air Force, Air Combat Command, ACC Air Force Reserve, and the Air National Guard. A10 and A10C, Reserve A10 and OA10, ANG A10, and OA10. Okay, here we go. Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. Okay. This would be the 23rd Air Expeditionary Wing. They belong to the 23rd, okay. But see, there's different ones. The service said their trip to Guam Anderson Air Force Base as a part of routine dynamic employment operation. I'm looking for Hill, okay? See the 25th Fighter Squadron. We're looking for the 388th Fighter Wing and the 319th Fighter Wing squadrons. 23. Now our B-1Bs are grounded. There's only 20 of them. Here comes the Russian war in Ukraine. This is an A-10, but the procedure for calling in fires from an F-35 or F-22 or as a bomber or something else will have quite a bit of overlap. Daniel Norton, Military System Analysis with the federally funded think tank Grand Corps, previously told Air Force Times. It's got A-10C Thunderbolt II, Warhawk, 51st Fighter Wing, 25th Fighter Squadron, U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, Pacific PECF, Pacific Air Force, 23rd Wing, 23rd Moody Air Force Base, Guam, North Korea, China, Anderson, but it's kind of funny that they're DOD, Defense Department, Military Aviation. Great power competition, Moody, Anderson. The Pentagon, huh? Let's just try some. What is all this crap? So there's 281 of them. That's good enough for me. Now this is from your A10C Thunderbolt 2, right? Yeah, that's how you say it. Okay, this is one of the weapons it can carry. The Mark 82, the MK82, is an unguided, low-drag, general-purpose bomb, part of the United States Mark 80 series. The explosives filling is usually I can't say that word either. Through another compositions have sometimes been used. General Dynamics, huh? We'll do some research here. Okay, this is what low-level deliveries, see. In low-level bombing, it is possible for the delivering aircraft to have sustained damage, okay? Sustained damage from the blast and fragmentation effects, okay, of its own munitions, since the aircraft and ordnance arrive at the target almost at the same time, right? Simultaneously, right? A10 Warhawk Thunderbolt 2. Trying to swipe it down, it's kind of touchy here. Let's go like this.